What if I told you that your brain lies to you every day, not because it wants to hurt you, but because it believes it is protecting you? Right now, as you are watching this video, your brain is filtering reality. It decides what you notice, what you ignore, and what you believe is true. And here's the disturbing part. Most of the time, you don't even realize it's happening. Your thoughts feel real. Your memories feel accurate. Your emotions feel justified. But neuroscience tells us something shocking. Your brain was never designed to show you the truth. It was designed to keep you alive. Thousands of years ago, our ancestors didn't need accuracy. They needed speed. If something moved in the bushes, the brain didn't stop to analyze. It assumed danger and reacted immediately. That instinct saved lives. But today, that same system is still running. Your brain still jumps to conclusions. It still fills in missing information. Still creates stories, even when those stories are wrong. Psychologists call this a cognitive shortcut. Your brain takes shortcuts to save energy. Instead of processing reality fully, it guesses. Instead of checking facts, it relies on patterns. And most dangerously, it makes those guesses feel like absolute truth. This is why two people can experience the same event and remember it completely differently. This is why you sometimes feel certain about something, only to later realize you were wrong. Your brain is not lying because it is broken. It is lying because it is efficient, and efficiency often comes at the cost of truth. In the next part of this video, you're going to discover something even more unsettling. Your memories, the moments you trust the most, are not recordings. They are reconstructions. And once you understand this, you will never look at your past the same way again. You probably believe your memories are like recordings, moments stored exactly as they happened. But that belief is one of the biggest lies. Your brain tells you your memory is not a video file. It is a reconstruction. Every time you remember something, your brain rebuilds the event, piece by piece, detail by detail, and every time it rebuilds, it changes. This means something shocking. The more often you remember an event, the less accurate it becomes. Your brain doesn't care about preserving facts, cares about preserving your identity. If a memory makes you feel wrong, embarrassed, or threatened, your brain quietly edits it. It removes uncomfortable details. It adds justifications, and it rewrites the story in your favor. This is why arguments from years ago still feel so real, even though both people remember them differently. Psychologists have tested this. In experiments, people were shown events that never happened, and later, they confidently remembered them, not as guesses, but as real experiences. Your brain doesn't store memories. It stores meanings, and meanings are flexible. This is why childhood memories feel emotional, but blurry. Your brain keeps the feeling, not the facts. It fills the gaps with imagination, with suggestions, with repetition, and once a false detail enters, it spreads. The brain treats repetition as proof. If you tell yourself a story often enough, your brain accepts it as truth. This is why you can be completely confident and completely wrong. And the most disturbing part, you will never feel the difference. False memories feel exactly the same. as real ones. Your brain gives them the same emotional weight, the same certainty, the same confidence. This means your past, the thing you trust most, is not fixed. It is fluid. It shifts to protect who you believe you are. In the next part of this video, we're going to explore another silent trick, a trick that controls what information you accept and what information you completely ignore. It's called confirmation bias, and once you see it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. Your brain loves one thing more than the truth, being right. It doesn't search for facts. It searches for confirmation. Confirmation that what you already believe must be true. This is called confirmation bias. Once your brain forms an opinion, quietly starts filtering reality. Information that agrees with you feels comfortable. Information that challenges you feels wrong, even before you analyze it. So your brain does something sneaky. It accepts supporting evidence instantly and questions opposing evidence endlessly. This is why two intelligent people can look at the same facts and reach opposite conclusions. Your brain is not asking, "Is this true?" It is asking, "Does this fit my story?" If it fits, it stays. If it doesn't, it gets ignored. This bias affects everything: politics, relationships, health decisions, and even self-image. If you believe you are unlucky, your brain will notice every failure and ignore every success. If you believe someone dislikes you, your brain will replay every awkward moment and delete every positive interaction. Social media makes this worse. Algorithms show you what you already agree with. Your brain feels validated, and slowly, your reality becomes narrower. You don't feel manipulated. You feel informed. That's the illusion. Confirmation bias feels logical, feels rational, feels intelligent, but it isn't. It's your brain protecting itself from discomfort. Being wrong feels threatening, so your brain avoids it. And the more confident you feel, the more dangerous the bias becomes, because certainty is not proof. In the next part of this video, you'll discover something uncomfortable. Your emotions often decide before your logic does, and once you see how that works, you'll understand why logic alone rarely changes minds. You probably believe you make logical decisions. You don't. Your emotions decide first, and your logic comes later. Every decision you've ever made started with a feeling. The brain processes emotion faster than reason. Before logic even wakes up, emotion has already decided, and once the decision is made, logic becomes a lawyer, not a judge. It doesn't search for truth. It searches for justification. This is why emotions feel convincing, even when they're wrong. Fear, anger, desire, and insecurity, they quietly control your choices. You don't notice it happening because it feels like common sense. When something feels right, your brain stops questioning. When something feels wrong, your brain resists it, even if it's true. This is why facts rarely change minds, because facts speak to logic, but beliefs live in emotion. Advertising understands this perfectly. It doesn't sell products. It sells feelings, safety, status, belonging, and control. Your brain buys the emotion, and justifies the purchase later. Once you see this pattern, you can't unsee it. Your emotions are not enemies, but they are not leaders either. In the next part of this video, you'll learn about a darker illusion, one that makes you believe you are in control, even when you're not. You believe you are in control of your life, your choices, your decisions, your outcomes, but your brain loves this belief, even when it isn't true. Psychologists call this the illusion of control. It's the feeling that you influence outcomes that are actually driven by chance. Your brain hates randomness, so it invents control. When things go well, your brain takes credit. When things go wrong, it blames luck, other people, or circumstances. This keeps your self-image intact. You feel skilled, capable, and responsible, even when the outcome had little to do with you. This illusion appears everywhere. In investing, in gambling, in relationships, in success stories. People believe their routine, their mindset, or their timing created the result, but they ignore randomness. They ignore probability. They ignore luck. Your brain remembers wins and forgets misses. It creates a story of control because uncertainty feels threatening. Believing you're in control feels safer, feels empowering, even if it's false. This is why people trust rituals, lucky numbers, daily habits, even when there's no connection. The illusion reduces anxiety, but it also creates overconfidence. You take risks, you underestimate uncertainty, and you blame yourself for things you never controlled. Understanding this illusion doesn't remove control, it removes arrogance. It teaches humility and smarter decisions. In the next part of this video, you'll discover another quiet bias, one that makes negative experiences feel stronger than positive ones. It's called negativity bias. One negative moment can outweigh 10 positive ones. One bad comment can ruin your entire day, while compliments fade quickly. This is not weakness. It is biology. Your brain is wired to prioritize danger. Negative information gets more attention, more emotional weight, and stronger memory. Psychologists call this negativity bias. In the past, missing a threat could be fatal. Missing a positive moment meant nothing, so your brain evolved to focus on what's wrong, not on what's right. Today, that same system is still active. A harsh email hurts more than praise helps. Bad news spreads faster than good news. Fear grabs attention better than hope. Your brain reacts as if negativity is urgent, as if it must be remembered. This bias shapes your self-image. You remember failures. You replay mistakes. You magnify flaws. But successes feel temporary. They don't stick. This is why confidence is fragile and self-doubt feels loud. Social media amplifies this bias. Negative content gets more engagement. Outrage travels faster than appreciation. Your brain mistakes intensity for importance. The result, you feel stressed, critical, and never satisfied. But awareness changes this. Negativity bias is automatic, but attention is a choice. When you understand this bias, you stop believing every negative thought. You learn to pause, to question, and to regain balance. In the next part of this video, you'll discover how marketers and media use your brain's weaknesses against you. Marketers and media know your brain better than you do. They understand your biases, your shortcuts, and your emotions. Every click, every scroll, every purchase is designed to exploit your brain. Negativity bias, confirmation bias, the illusion of control. They use them all. Advertising doesn't sell products. It sells feelings, safety, status, belonging, and desire. Your brain buys the emotion and justifies it later. Social media feeds on outrage. It uses your attention as currency. Every notification, every alert, every like triggers dopamine and keeps you hooked. Clickbait headlines, fear-mongering stories, and viral outrage are carefully designed to exploit your psychology. Even influencers and content creators use these tricks. They show success, highlight emotion, and manipulate attention. Your brain reacts before you even think. This is why you endlessly scroll, why you argue online, why you feel upset without knowing why. Awareness is the antidote. Once you recognize these patterns, you can pause, you can question, you can reclaim control. Marketing and media will still try to manipulate, but your brain won't obey automatically anymore. Understanding your brain's tricks is the key to freedom. In the next part of this video, we'll summarize all the psychological hacks and show how to protect yourself daily. We've explored how your brain lies, how it tricks your memory, how it manipulates your decisions, how your emotions, biases, and social media shape what you believe. And now, you know the truth. Your brain is efficient. It is not malicious, but its shortcuts can mislead you. Here's how to protect yourself. First, pause before you act. Take a breath. Notice the emotion driving your decision. Second, question your beliefs. Seek evidence that challenges your assumptions. Third, reframe negative thoughts. Recognize negativity bias and balance it with positive experiences. Fourth, be mindful of external influence. Notice how marketing, media, and social pressure try to manipulate you. Fifth, journal your thoughts and memories. Writing helps you reconstruct reality more accurately. Sixth, practice gratitude. Focus on what went right, not just what went wrong. Seventh, slow down online. Resist the urge to scroll endlessly. Pause, reflect, choose consciously. Understanding your brain's tricks is the first step to freedom. You can't control everything, but you can control how you respond. Awareness turns your brain from a trickster into an ally. And that is your ultimate advantage.